poor brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. They give us freedom, but we don't sweep out their system, so they still remain. They give us freedom in Africa, but we don't sweep out their system, so they still remain to plague us, to problem us. The black man in America wants a change, but he must know and understand that the change, the revolution that you're looking to come, it's got to start with you. You got to sweep out the old man and the old ideas, the old concepts, and the new idea and the new thinking must come to birth in you. And when it comes to birth in you, then you will change up everything around you according to what is in you. You need a new thought. Thought is powerful. I've seen men think that they were women and change the contour of their face. They begin to look so soft and sweetie. And I've seen women think they're men and become so hard and ugly looking. Thought is power. When you get a new thought in your mind, the thought that must bring the completion of the revolution, meaning bring it all the way back to the way it was in the beginning, natural religion, not organized, religion that comes from the soul of the people. That religion governs their politics. It governs their social life, their scientific life. It governs every facet of their being because it is natural and it's rooted in divine law and divine order.
If we go to the root of it, if we look at every nation that is fighting for liberation, sometimes they use tactics that we would consider terrorist today. When Menachem Begin was a member of the Irgun prior to the establishment of the State of Israel, he involved himself in activities that today would be considered terrorist. When Algeria was fighting for its liberation from the French, they involved themselves in activities that today would be considered terrorists. When the United States was under the colonial influence of the British, the freedom fighters did things in those days that under today's circumstances would be called terrorists. Terrorism is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. If I am fighting for my liberation, fighting for justice, then am I a terrorist or am I fighting for my freedom from an oppressor? Sometimes on the slave plantations in the South and even in the Caribbean and in Central and South America, the slaves would rise up and kill the slave master. And some would say, oh, that's terrorism in today's circumstance, but the man had no business being enslaved. We have no business living under oppression. We have no business living under colonialism or neocolonialism. Every human being deserves to be free. And so for freedom's sake, we shed our blood. That's why America says we go to war, and she marshals all her soldiers. What are you going to war for? World War I, World War II. We're fighting for freedom. We're fighting for democracy. We're fighting for justice. See, these are noble terms that allow human beings to kill and be killed. But as long as the constituted authority says you can kill, your killing is all right. But when you are a minority fighting for your liberation and you kill the oppressor, now you're a terrorist. So look, the best way to end terrorism is let all those who are captive go free, and let all those who want to oppress others stop their oppression, and let justice flow down the mountain like a mighty river, and you will end terrorism overnight.
Flowing from what you have just said, I want to build on a remark somebody made about you. And it is this, that you have a soft spot for revolutions. Name Iraq and the rest of them. And of course, Ghana until recently. What is it about revolutions that attracts you?
I am a revolutionary. I believe in revolution. Well, what kind of revolution do you believe in, Farrakhan? Certainly not revolution with a gun. I want to see the overthrow of the government of Satan that rules human minds. And I want to see God firmly established in the hearts and minds of human beings, that every one of us will be able to say, like David, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." But who is the shepherd of those who are slaughtering each other in Rwanda and Burundi? Who are the shepherds of those in the ghettos of America who call themselves gangs and are killing each other? Who are the shepherds that overthrew Kwame Nkrumah and set up succeeding governments, coup after coup, killing this one and that one and that? Who's on the throne in your head? So the revolution that I want to see is the revolution that Jesus Christ wanted to see, that Muhammad wanted to see. He wanted to see the kingdom of God established on the earth, and it cannot be established on the earth until it is established in the hearts and minds of human beings. Lastly, let me say that in revolution against oppressive forces, I have seen one government go down and another one go up. I and Muammar Gaddafi, as you know, are friends. Some of Muammar Gaddafi's people wanted me to become their type of revolutionary inside America. I laughed. I told them I would never allow my people to be slaughtered in the streets of America to provide a revolution for communism or a revolution for socialism. I said, I will produce a revolution with the word of God. That was 12 years ago. When Muammar Gaddafi saw me standing on the steps of the United States Congress, and nearly 2 million black men answering my call. Never has it ever been done in the history of America or in the history of the world. On the basis of atonement, the same evening, I got a call from Brother Gaddafi. He finally saw that I could produce a change of heart and a change of mind in people with the word of God. And he said, Farrakhan, I will back you with the wealth of Libya, the nation of Islam. I will back you.
The Indians and the blacks and the Chicanos and the Puerto Ricans, we are going to reach out and hook up all the oppressed to stand against the tyranny of America. If America wants to save herself, leave the Indians alone. Look here. If America wants to save herself, leave the blacks alone. If America wants to save herself, help South African blacks to get their liberation. Oh, America. We intend to force you to make a decision, because we cannot live like this any longer. We would rather be dead than to live as niggers, as poor junkies and nothings in this world. And if we are willing to die, we are not willing to die alone. Oh, America, as your enemies mount against you on the outside, you cannot stand revolution on the inside. Oh, America. It is the time of sacrifice. Yes, we will spend our money with our own, and we will spend our lives for our own. We will not go to Nicaragua. We will not go to Africa to fight to keep Botha in power. We will not go to the Middle East to fight to keep Israel there. We will not go to Europe unless America herself is attacked. You will not use black bodies anymore to die to keep rich white people oppressing black people. Your day is over. And so, beloved, the American Indians must become productive. There in the Navajo reservation, I would appeal to the government and say to Mr. Reagan, the Indians are willing to develop their own resources, to sell them those resources to the American people and government on an equitable basis. There are Indians in the Southwest that have millions of dollars. There are Indians in the Northeast that have millions of dollars. The Indians that have the money should be put together with the Indians that have the resources. And then with the technology of Indians and the technology of blacks and the technology of Chicanos, we mine out of the reservation the oil, the coal, the gas, with respect for the land, in a scientific way that is not full of greed, that will destroy the mother of earth that has nurtured our lives. We will sell it to America. You be a trading partner with the Indian, not a robber of the Indian.